Welcome to ClinicSource's micro training videos. Today we are going to demonstrate collecting payments prior to the treatment and saving them as floating payments, as well as invoicing the treatment and then allocating the floating payment that was previously collected. To set the scenario, the patient that I'm going to be using has Blue Cross Blue Shield with a $20 copay due at the time of service. I'm going to go ahead and log into our training environment. And I currently have an appointment on my screen at 8 a.m. And when I'm looking at my appointment, I can see there's a dollar sign in the upper left-hand corner, which is the indicator that the patient owes a payment, specifically a co-payment at the time of service. When I hover the appointment in question, I can actually see that this patient has Blue Cross Blue Shield with a $20 responsibility. And to collect the money, I can simply click on the appointment in question, and at the top in the icon tray of the Edit Appointment window, I can select New Copay from Appointment. This is going to direct me to the payment screen that's automatically going to stipulate the amount of the payment as $20, and I just need to identify how I collected it, either cash, check, credit card, or direct deposit. Before saving this payment, I could print, and it's a receipt for payment. I'll go ahead and click the printer, and you can see that it's showing me, just basically a payment receipt with the amount paid as being $20, but there's no specific date of service information. I'll cancel that, and we'll go back into ClinicSource. I'm going to go ahead and save this payment. When I save it, it's going to close and I can go back to my schedule. That payment that we just saved is what we call a floating payment. It wasn't assigned to a specific date of service. If I were to select payments in the menu items at the top, I can see the payment that I posted today on the 16th, and you can see the amount was $20. It's not assigned, so it therefore has a floating positive balance of $20 because it's not assigned. Okay. Let's go ahead and treat the patient. So from the schedule, I'll go ahead and select the appointment, and I'll create my visit. I'll just choose treatment of speech for an hour and save my visit. So now I have a billable event. The appointment turns green. The invoice hasn't been created yet. However, the billable event was created by me creating the visit or defining that procedure code. So let's go ahead and create the invoice. When I go to billing and treatments, these are all the unbilled visits. So I can see the treatment I just created on 2/16. Patient has Blue Cross Blue Shield, and right now that rate or that charge is going to be $150. When I select the treatment and create the new invoice in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see on my invoice tab, I do have a new bill created, and the patient at this time has a $20 responsibility or an outstanding balance. Now that I've created my invoice, right away, I can go right into my payments and look at all of my floating payments, and I can see them because they all have a positive balance. And if you have a lot of payments here with some have balance and some don't, just click the word balance in the header and you can sort the column and see all of your payments that have a balance, and they'll all be grouped together. And simply click each one by one. So I can click this payment that I previously collected, and you'll notice that there's a charge down below for the patient in question, and they owe $20. So I'm going to take the balance that's represented at the top, the running balance of 20, and check off the 2/16 line item. And you'll see the $20 payment amount drops down, and I'm going to apply the money. So right above the checkbox is an apply button. And when I apply the money, I just assigned the floating balance to the February 16th date of service. So if I exit this payment, you'll see that the payment is still recorded, but now that balance has moved over to being assigned. It's no longer what we call floating. And if I hover the appointment, you can see that the date of service that money was allocated to was February 16th of 2023. I hope you've enjoyed this micro training video on floating payments or collecting money in advance of treatment, creating the invoice, and then going back to your payments and allocating the money that was previously collected or floating. Thank you.